What's up, Savvy Expats? In this video, we go on a property tour with one of our clients, Dexter, hailing all the way from California. He initially came out here on a scouting trip, and then later next year, he'll make the full move. Now, by this video, you will be able to see whether or not it's still worth renting in BGC. You'll get an idea of the price range for the condos out here, and also the size and value you get for what you're paying for. So, without further ado, check it out. Alright, Savvy Expat, so for the first unit of the day, this is at Avita Turf, which is very close to the Uptown Mall area. So as far as location goes, very quality location. And as you can see, this is actually listed as a one-bedroom unit. However, on the right side there, they removed the barn-style doors. Immediately upon entry, here we have the kitchen with a 2-burner electric stovetop, ample countertop space. And I think a really nice addition to this unit, the way that it was renovated, is they have this bar style countertop jutting out, which gives a nice homey feel for the guests. And then on the left side here we have the refrigerator. As far as the terms of this unit goes, this unit is going for 38,000 pesos per month, or roughly in $670 with the current exchange rate. The terms is 2x2, meaning 2 months advance, 2 months security deposit. And as far as square meters goes, I believe it's 35 or 36 square meters. So there you have the queen size bed straight ahead. There is Dexter right front, just speaking with the broker. And here is the TV. So a large TV, well built in and furnished here. And then if you get a look at the view, as you can see, you're facing the corporate office buildings of BGC. Right below, you have paddle, so you can play paddle ball right down there. And then, let me show you guys this nice little Marilyn Monroe painting. And let me show you guys the bathroom. So here's the bathroom. Who this unit would be best for is those that is looking for something very minimal, living by themselves, and just need something very simple because they will be out and about most of the time. What's nice about this, also washing machine, and then a little bit crammed, but the shower on the left-hand side. So by now, with all the property tours that we've done, you guys have an idea of the size of most BGC units for at what price point you get it at. But yep, that is the first unit of the day. And now let me give you guys a look at the amenities here at Avita Turf. As you can see, obviously right behind me, you're in the heart of BGC. You're very close to the Uptown area. So as far as location goes, very hard to beat. Let me show you guys. So you have this nice lap pool on the left side of me. And then if you go to the right side, here we have the Grand Hyatt. So that's the Grand Hyatt, the tallest building in the Philippines. If you want to just go out for a nice night out, maybe a drink on the rooftop there, get a look at Manila. Very easy and accessible to you. So as far as the lifestyle of having like quality amenities, restaurants, high-end eateries and bars, speakeasies, this is the location for that. And then let me show you guys what the gym looks like right over here. Very minimal gym. Our client Dexter, he did tell me in our initial call that having a quality gym was important for him. This is more minimal, so if you're looking for more of a quality gym, it'd probably be more ideal to get a membership at Anytime Fitness at Uptown. So here is the gym, not bad. We always talk about, guys, how the whole purpose of moving to the Philippines is to essentially arbitrage your lifestyle. In Dexter's case, he's been watching my channel since our very early stages, and I think the past 3 years now, when I was doing some walking tours around BGC, and he said that really just caught his eye because we're offering so much info and value and insight about BGC. But yeah, the purpose of moving out to a city like BGC is so that you can live a Western lifestyle, still have access to the charms of Southeast Asia, like hopping out to the beaches on the weekends, while still having the convenience of the Western amenities. So quality internet, not experiencing brownouts every couple of days because maybe you have a little bit of remote work to do. And this is why this is the best place to do it. And this is why we set up the majority of our clients in BGC, because it is easily the best soft landing city for an expat with little experience in Southeast Asia that still wants the charms of what they have, or the conveniences rather of what they have, back at home. And so if you're looking for this sort of help that Dexter has, click the link in the description down below and we can help you get set up in the Philippines without you having to deal with any of the logistics. All of that is off of your shoulders and everything is done for you, from bank account, rental, healthcare, and visas, like is the case with Dexter. So let's move on to the next property now. Guys, look at this. There's a Cybertruck here. They recently opened up the Tesla headquarters out here in the Philippines. So this is my first time like seeing one in person on the road. That's sick. All right, now moving on to the next viewing of the day. And as we walk around BGC, guys, just admire how clean and gorgeous these streets are. To find a world-class city like this, where you still get the charms of Southeast Asia, the hospitable people, they're English speaking unlike us, Thailand and Vietnam, Western amenities, close access to you, St. Luke's Medical Center. I mean, this is why we got over 65 expats moved over here to BGC within this past year alone. It's hard to beat this place. The city has given me so much when I first moved here, and now it's time to give others the same experience. And the beauty about the unit we just looked at is the convenience. You're literally right above Forbes-Town Road. You have Dr. Wine there. You have a Starbucks coffee right over here. I mean, it's hard to beat just the access to amenities, the access to restaurants and establishments that you normally can't find if you were to go to like the provinces of the Philippines, for example. And then here we have an Italian restaurant, Pizzulu, good pizza there. So let's get on with the next viewing, guys. Okay, so for this unit of the day, guys, unfortunately we are left with only having to look at the amenities because Philippines realtor doesn't know where the unit can call. Yeah, that's the thing. So, but the amenities don't disappoint. Take a look at this. That is an absolutely gorgeous view of this infinity edge pool looking over the Manila Golf Club. This is the most exclusive and expensive golf club in all of the Philippines. I think membership here is like 300 million pesos. You can do the math there. And only 500 people, which are typically politicians, you could guess which kind, have ownership to this golf club. So pretty hard view to beat. And as we just breathe in the fresh air of this beautiful condo, again, unfortunately we don't have the view of the unit, but we have a view of the amenities. Just take a look at this wonderfully landscaped greenery. It almost feels like you're in an oasis in the middle of a metropolis. I mean, you have High Street right over down there. You have Forbes-Town right over down there. You get a mix of everything. You get a mix of the peace. The construction isn't going on like right now within this garden, and a mix of the metropolis once you step out your doorstep. Tell me, where in any Western country can you really live this sort of lifestyle with these kind of amenities on $2,000 or less per month and still have a high quality lifestyle? I mean, it's just hard to find. That's only the place, or only the thing you can really get. Places like Southeast Asia, places like Philippines. I know you guys have been requesting me to put on the mic, but sometimes I don't like doing that just because it's hard to connect it to the client while on the viewings, but I will do that on the next tour. Look at that view of Makati, absolutely stunning. And something that you'll notice about BGC, this is what all the expats that we help with their transition out here to the Philippines get themselves down here notice, is that even though it's like a 20-minute smaller walking distance sort of city, you don't really run out of a lot of things to do out here. I mean, look at this. From the bars that you have here, here we have Mamacita. I found the Mexican food here to be pretty good, although it is hard to find quality Mexican food. Obviously, still isn't compared to like what we have back in Chicago, what some of you guys have back in Cali, but it's pretty up there. Mamacita, you have a Korean chicken shop here. You have a French restaurant down there. You know, you have like these guys right here on the left side just working and having some beers. Talk about a high quality lifestyle. That's why for the past few years I haven't gone back to the States, because to live a lifestyle where I can just work on my laptop, lounge outside, have this lively energy here, like this lively energy all around you, you just don't get tired of it. I'll work outside, grab a San Miguel or a coffee, and I'm happy for the day. Look at this, guys. Beautiful. Hello. They recognize me here. Hello. This is the spot I always go to, Lanchicot. You guys are going to correct me in the comments again. Now we're walking into the 8th or 9th last unit of the day for Dexter's viewings. Here we have a unit at Kensington. This is very close to Forbes Wood Park Lane and really close to Burgo Circle. As you can see, they slapped an installed TV there. Yeah, but this condo is very minimally furnished. Upon entry, you have a 4-person dining table, the couch, a coffee table, and then the view straight ahead. And then on the left side here, we have the kitchen. So you have the fridge, stovetop, countertop space, cabinets, and then the sink. Here is some space for a washer and dryer machine. Sometimes for our other clients, we actually request that the unit owner install these things into the lease. And so depending on the expat, we will also negotiate the lease terms. So we could probably get this down to like $50K if Dexter would like to pull the trigger on this place. And then here we have the bathroom. So decent bathroom, nice finishings. Here's the first bedroom. Now, as far as the unit terms go for this rental, like I mentioned, it is 60,000 pesos per month. That's roughly about $1,070 per month. The bedroom. And then, like I mentioned, we can also adjust these terms. We do this for all of our expats. One of our previous videos, we adjusted the terms for one of our clients. His name is Michael. Down from 85K per month down to 65K per month. And so we saved him about 20,000 pesos per month or $400 per month. By the end of his lease, he, by working with us, saved over $4,800 on his lease. The one thing that I like about this view here is you get a view of how active Forbestown Road is and Burgo Circle is. Just look at that. Very nice view to wake up to. Just to see the environment around you. Everybody wants the views and the pool and the good location, but what many people do not see is what actually goes into finding the right condo. From testing the water pressure, vetting the landlord to make sure that he or she is legit, making sure that you're not getting skin taxed and overpaying on your condo because some of these realtors might see you as a walking ATM, and even just looking at the lease terms to make sure it's coordinated and calibrated to what you want. Most people don't actually see that behind the scenes, and that's exactly what we do for our expats. That's why our expats don't get burned, because we are there in person with them walking through that condo. And so if you don't want to play roulette with your move, you don't want to get skin taxed, and you don't want to deal with all the stress and all the guesswork that comes with moving halfway across the world, just like Dexter here in this video, feel free to book a call with me in the link in the description down below. We'll set up a time and we'll map out a game plan to get you out here as smoothly as possible. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless.